They say put me in an advanced class, Kev. They sending me DMs. I tell my class, the ones at the right place at the right time, bro. DM me for the next class. I didn't say students and people from all over the place, not at the correct tier. DM me about nothing. I didn't say that. And what I learned about the democratic mindset, they don't follow directions very easily and clear. I mean, you can speak clear English. Advanced class, research team, my personal, SS guard. Press what? Not you who ain't did no homework all year. Press one. Not you sitting back watching Kev Gill. Oh, I got a message to say. Oh, we can do it now. I said, sir, because at the top of the name it say how much they tier on Patreon. I say, sir, you ain't even at the right tier. You ain't did no homework. I don't know who you are. You have not came into class one time. But all of a sudden, you want to be at the correct tier. You want to be in advanced class. No, sir. You got a lot of making up to do. You can't be in that class. No, you're going to fuck it up. You know what you're going to do? The same thing you did on Patreon. The same thing. You're going to sit right there and watch all the information come, and you're going to sit right there and pretend. This ain't pretend class at all. This ain't pretend. This ain't the hangout spot. This is where Kev chill and gets the information that he needs to produce these shows. Kind of like a media outlet, like the producers and shit. Not just, oh yeah, you just want to hang out. No, sir. That is not what $10 at my Patreon. I said that's support. It's just support, bro. You are not a part of that mindset, especially when you can't even speak. How you gonna do anything? You gonna make me look bad. Press one. You gonna be KevRow this and KevRow that. I'm not looking for that. I'm not looking for that. I'm looking for the people who are born to study. That you don't gotta ask. There's no reason to ask because they already mentally been here long enough to know Kev is moving. I'm moving. He walking. I'm walking. Nigga, this shit crazy, but I'm going with him. I'm not looking for, oh, let me hurry up. Oh, and make the correct tier and then message Kev, it's time to take over. No, nigga, I been took over. Mm-mm. You just go right there to the correct tier and come to class. Not we about to take over nothing. You got a lot to learn. Press one. Nah, you got a lot to learn. I'm not finna lie to you. I'm not I'm not on the men's team anymore. Press one.
Not like
Nah, bro. I don't
this. Not
believe
like
you.
this.
Nah. I don't believe it. 424. I tell you what, Captain. I tell you what, Captain and Taj. Call it in. Look at all these people. Call it in. And show me you want to be on camera. Show me. Press what? 424-2099. I love the beginning of class. 9506. You ready for advanced class? Come on. Call it in. I'm taking notes right now. Let me see. I like this part. Come on, Captain. Who else is this in my messages? Taj. Come on, tell me. Press one. I'm not looking for no more links in my at all. Human being discovered doing it. Listen, I'm not looking for that, Taj. Let's see. The problem with Taj is Taj like to see what Kev thinking and then scrummage up a bunch of information. That's not happening. You gotta call this in. Make it work for me. Hit the hit the like button and subscribe. Hold on, Taj. Hold on, because you're gonna be the forefront of this movement here. Y'all gotta come with it. Hit that like button and subscribe. Taj, are you there? No? No, he's not there. Oh wait, he come back. He come back. Hold up, I got you. I got you. Let's see if he deserved
What's
to
up?
be in the class. Taj, what's up? You on the air? What up?
Dang. I was just calling in a little bit of homework that I did
Homework for what?
yesterday.
I'm not looking for no homework.
What?
I'm looking for my student who was
Yay.
in my damn emails. What's his name? Captain. Talking about, oh, I'm this one and that one. No, you're not about to get up in my advanced class with no homework whatsoever. I got a big huge program today. But this right here
Understood. I'm looking forward
is
to it.
why students, why this student of mine say he say he needs to be in my class. That's what I'm looking for, captain. But you're here, so Taj also said he want. Where are you fellas at? Go ahead, Taj. Tell us about the class.
All right. In my studies, what I came across, I went into the 1828 and I looked up the other side of what Ali had. Ali said blast. I looked up furnace, and the third definition of that is a grievous affliction by which men are tried, and it referred me to Ezekiel 22, and it lines up with everything
I don't know
you
what
and
you mean.
B
I don't know
especially
what you're
been
saying,
expressing.
sir. It referred you to Ezekiel 22. I have no idea what you're saying, sir. Go ahead.
Uh, I'm gonna read then. I'm gonna read. I'm gonna take it to Ezekiel 22.
Come on.
I'm gonna start at 15. And I will scatter thee among the heathen, and disperse thee in the countries, and will consume thy filthiness out of thee. And thou shalt take thine inheritance in thyself in the sight of the heathen, and thou shalt know I am the Lord. And the word of God came unto me, saying, Son of man, the house of Israel is to me become dross. So I didn't know what dross meant. So I ended up going back into the 1828 and looking up the definition of dross. And dross is the recommend or the desputation of metals, the scum or extraneous matter of metals thrown off in the process of melting. Second definition, rust, crust of metals, uh, incrustation formed on the metals by oxidation. The third definition, waste matter, refuse, any worthless matter separated from the better part, impure matter. The world's glory is but dross, unclean. So everything, how I took that is pretty much everything that the world has to offer is impure and has to be, it has to go through a refining process. And in particular, what he's speaking about, what being said right there is the people have to be refined to be, you know what I mean? So they're worthy to be in the presence of the Lord. You know what I mean? As he comes and takes his rightful place, because he
Sir. You see Forrest Glory in there. She said you said this shit before.
it's where we at. Where we at right now. I never said this. I never said anything about Ezekiel 22, and it was actually the first time I actually read Ezekiel 22. And again, I was referred there by the 1828.
So the class is titled "The Underground Railroad: The Rising of Chicago Necropolis in
I
America."
got some information about that. I got some information as far as that goes, and that's what I had sent you. It was, it was you know, the uncovered bones that's all on the Gold Coast in Chicago, that
We got
shopping
that
district.
already.
Where,
We got that already.
uh, cool,
The
cool
women of
deal, cool
Wakanda,
deal,
the
Alex.
women of Wakanda, they did all that already. They got it already. That's why I
That's
titled it
solid.
this.
That
They
means
did
that.
all that homework. That's the women crew. The women, look, let me show you how this works. The women have the same thing we got. I say this stuff on the show. Everything that I'm bringing up
Mm-hmm.
right now on the show, the women did the research on it. So the men doubling
So I
back
don't.
saying, am, I know something about that. It's not about to add up to what the women already on. See, I let the fellas go because the women been on this for a long time. And the fellas are just fooling around like Captain in my damn
Oh,
Patreon.
I
Talking
got
about
some.
he want to be on the team. You feel me? Like Captain ass. He wanna be a
No, understood.
yeah, he wanna be a part of the role, but he ain't doing no homework. The women
Check this,
literally
okay?
have brought all of the research when it comes to the bone, the lifting of the cities, the Underground Railroad, Ezekiel, the burning, necropolis, the trains with the bodies on them. Oh, they bringing the fire. They bringing it. They not
Yeah, they're
bringing.
doing a great job.
They not doing. You don't know what they've done. I'm the host. I'm doing a great job. They fucking are. You don't even seen them yet. They're destructive. They're destroying things. You talk about they doing a good job. I'm looking for the fellas that's gonna do the good job.
Yeah, and that's where I was gonna go to. Hopefully, what I have to say, you know what I mean, will apply and be understood, and it comes through clearly.
Go ahead.
Um,
Hopefully you can speak for Captain because he's afraid to call in. Go ahead. You gotta
there you
speak.
go.
You can speak it for
So,
the fellas because they're afraid. Go ahead.
all right. So, what I've been with the research I've been going to, where it's been taking me is it's like you played that video about 2 shows ago about like Mother Jones and that plaque that B had found, and
Huh?
it was talking about like the Till Group. It was talking about the Till Group, which was like the parent company of the Pinkertons. Like the Till Group was mentioned, and these investigators or infiltrators were put into like the labor unions and stuff like that when they were like how I took that based off like the conversations you and B was having. They was infiltrating these people and they were getting. I was saying all that to say this: the Till Group is the Committee of Safety.
Huh?
The Committee of Safety ties back.
Sir,
The Committee of
I have
Committee
no
of
idea
Safety
what
ties
what
back
you're
to.
talking about, sir. This is not even on the program today. I have no idea,
Well,
sir.
you had brought up.
I have
You
no.
had a picture of the French of the catacombs that's over in France
When?
on the screen right now, right?
No, that was in the thumbnail.
Well, I'm talking about it on the thumbnail,
Yes.
and that's how I was going to tie it in
Well,
because the reign of terror
Uh-huh.
during the reign of terror during the French Revolution. That's when the Committee of Safety, and that's why I was going to tie it in with the Till Group and everybody. That's when they took over. Basically, they like OSHA.
I'm finna make
They
class
like the
fun of them
OSHA people.
motherfuckers. Huh? They like the what?
They like OSHA. They like the labor unions. They are the people that were brought in for what was being said on that one train video. They said one of the things that they didn't address was workers' rights. It was at the end of that first train video that you had dropped in the Patreon, and they were talking about like workers' rights. So I just, maybe I seen it wrong. Maybe I'm going a direction I do not want to mislead or misguide the crowd.
No,
So,
no. The students are here. The students. I want to see who gonna stay. Where the students at? And see where people's minds at. Cause we do have a title. We do. I didn't understand nothing you just said, bro. I can't even keep it real. I'm gonna keep it real.
understood.
I can't. I don't know. That's not. I don't know.
Hey, I didn't have an opportunity to call yesterday, and I really wanted to read that Ezekiel 22 yesterday. And again, it doesn't apply, so you are 100% correct, sir.
What am I correct about? I'm trying to understand. What the fuck did I say that was correct? What you mean?
As far as what I DM'd you, as far as about today and where I thought it was going, does not apply. So you are correct about that, but I thought it was applicable for where we're at in class.
I didn't say nothing applied. I'm just over here appeasing to my audience before class. What doesn't apply? What doesn't apply? What did I say doesn't apply?
You basically said everything that I'm talking about doesn't apply to your title today.
I'm trying to say, I'm asking how it applied.
Oh,
And you said you was
it
gonna bring
applies
it.
because
You
that
said you was
those are the
gonna
people
bring
that
it
did
back.
it.
You was
Those are the people that did it.
that did what?
Yeah, those are the people that did it. The reign of terror. They're the people that committed the genocide,
Who?
the Holocaust, the burning of flesh, the Committee of Safety.
How did they do it?
By way of vagrancy laws, the Vagrancy Act, and getting people in the 13th and the 14th Amendment by criminalizing the people for not having a job. So as the people were going forward to go and get jobs, they slaughtered them in the meantime. And then they slaughtered them when they pulled up for the job. And then
Taj,
they
you think it's that easy? They solid, but they pulled up for the jobs. Nah, bro.
Well, they said they hit it with Gatling guns in the one in Burden. They said they hit the trains with Gatling guns, bro.
Held them up.
So like that's the way I caught it. So I may not be comprehending.
They shot it up with Gatling guns. That's what they said.
Yeah.
Okay. What do you
Well,
say?
they also had bones. They also found bones that had like the skulls had bullet wounds and stuff in them. So I thought that's what actually happened, but I'm here to be corrected. If I'm seeing that wrong, I'm here. I definitely want to see it right.
Where is Captain at? He ain't called me yet. I I got a great movie that I'm gonna show the class today. Where's Captain? I need him to call it in. Thanks, Taj. Thank you for the call, champ. Where's Captain? He's supposed to be calling it in. Taj is all over the place, sounding suspect as shit. I'm not doing that with Taj today because he's all over the place. And he's just trying to get the right answer rather than having original thought, which is not a part of the program. I know what they said. They also said we came from monkeys. I know what they said. Where are the people with original thought? Help me understand. I know what they said. Oh, they did this one. They put you in slavery too, is what they said. You came on a boat too. Tell me something. You saying. And that's where I'm taking my classroom. You want to be in the next, you want to be in my advanced class. That's different than just anything. We study science, the science of it, the law, legal matter, in all of its form. Constitutional law, and learning how to speak correctly and what to look for, taking it from the allegory to the law. Now that's difficult. Now that's difficult, man. I can't stress this enough. That's difficult to people who not participating, who not paying attention, who can't keep their mind on the title, who's 3 and 4 days in the month, 2 months behind. You can't see it if you're behind. That's how I feel about it. You can't see it. You shouldn't even be laughing. You shouldn't even be giggling about it. Because you can't see it. You can't hear it. You're trying, which is why I'm here, because you're trying. Hit that like button and subscribe. I'm going to get you right. But I got a great movie. The women are kicking y'all ass. I just want your fellas to know. The women are kicking y'all ass because we are looking for the genocide with our mind. In the mind of God, able to explain that and see it from a perspective that God will want us to see it from. Not think and pretend and act like and almost got the right answer. No, you've been here long enough to have a clear mind about what you're looking at and how to have a original thought process concerning these manners and what we are studying here. What the heck? Let me see.
Call from
Rio, you on the air? What up?
What's up, Kel? This Rio calling in. Hey, so I think I'm getting it, Kel.
What you got?
So the men is supposed to be able to read and interpret laws.
Yes.
Not in, like you said, for instance, but like titles, general provisions.
Yes, sir.
Stuff, not just like in the Bible and the stories.
I'll
and stuff
read
like that.
the
We
Bible
supposed to-
for you. You can't read
Yeah,
it. You got law to
we gotta be able
understand.
to fall into what's written already, the constitutions, and like I said, these. Like the other day when you said Title 42, I was thinking, I was like, man, what is he saying about Title 42?
That's right.
So I went and looked, 164 different provisions under there. We got to be able to interpret that, not the stories out the Bible.
Yes.
And you know, so I get it now.
You're
like
trying
we
to
gotta
teach.
be
You're trying to
researchers.
teach
We got-
me, and I'm teaching you.
Yeah, like yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I'm finally really arriving. Like I'm coming to the age of majority. You know, like
The
using
law
words
is your weapon, sir.
exactly.
Yes,
So when you going into these courts and stuff, that's your estate, your property. When you come in here, if it's AI, if it's artificial intelligence, they'll be able to tell. It does say, "Oh, no, this is not original. It's not original." So if when you come in here and they can tell if if you've been burning that midnight oil, they able to tell. So like I said, I appreciate it, Kel, because I'm really realizing that, like, man, what is he saying? Oh, he's saying that we need to be able to observe and interpret the law
That's
in
right.
our own way, because the judge is going to be able to tell whether or not that's original or if that's AI.
That's right. If
I
you can
get it,
speak
Kel. I
or if you
appreciate it.
can't, do you know what this is? This is law. This is amended
Yeah.
law. Do you know the difference between the two? Are you a man? Are you a damn mouse?
Right. Do
What
you
do you want?
understand that? Do you understand that the year that when this was ratified, was this ratified under this year?
That's right.
Can you tell me what year that is?
That's
Yeah.
right.
So I get that, and that's original. Like, and when you say it to him, he know that because you gotta think this guy went to school for it, or he was blessed with it
That's
to understand it.
Fact.
So if you come in here and you don't say what it sounds like or anything that's close to what it sounds like, he automatically knows that's not yours. Like you piggybacking off somebody else, or you doing something that's not real.
That's
get that.
not
I
yours,
appreciate
sir.
it, Kel, man.
Interpret the law. Give it to me from the allegorical to law. Don't read the scripture. Oh, the women gonna beat you all
Yeah.
upside the head with that one.
That's the first. That's the man. Some people tell you don't bring the Bible in the courtroom. They are, you're not supposed to. I don't know if other people might, but what I was taught was you don't bring that in the courtroom. So
You know
but
the
you
law.
are. It is your right. Yeah, it is your right to for access to the court. So the clerks have to file. Like when you go and file things, you need to understand that it needs to be filed, not received. Do you know that this is not even a legal document? It's a legal document per se till you get in the courtroom. But do you understand that it's not filed? So therefore, he is not even observed basically. So like I said, Kev, I appreciate that because it really just clicked to me. I said, oh, that's exactly what it is. We need to understand how to observe and interpret the law in our
Yes.
own original words and
Yeah.
thoughts and language.
There you go.
Because it's ours.
That's
it
right.
was given to us,
Yes.
not to them. They took it and they made it what they amended.
They made
it and
Greek
ratified it on
Greek
certain things.
gods out of the law, and got you thinking and
Yeah,
praising
and they
Jupiter
make
and Mars.
allegorical stories.
Go ahead.
Yeah. And so now here it is. It's coming back around. It's coming full circle, and that's to them. That's like the apocalypse to them. Oh man, how they on this? Burn the book. But at the same time, like I said, Kel, it's on the men because the law was given to men.
That's
it wasn't
right.
given to women. It
That's
was
right.
given to the man.
That's right.
So if I didn't understand that, and I used to be a gang banging,
That's right.
drug dealing.
They know all the
understand
rules.
it.
They
I
know all the
it's
rules to
better
that.
understand.
You know what it take to understand
Yeah,
and obey the rules. Then you know it's the same
Exactly.
meaning, the same aggression, the same upholding of rules and obligations and oaths and such. So
Right, engagement, yeah.
Yes.
It got to have its rules to it, exactly.
yes, if Big U told everybody, all right, state your case, you got to state your case. If your gang big
Right.
homie told you to do that and then go to the meeting, and this is then in the same fashion, keep that energy. Keep that same motherfucking
Wow.
energy. So I appreciate
You
you.
got to.
You gonna love this show, champ. You, Todd,
All right.
all of my students, and I'm glad that you there to help them understand. Kev needs you to express the law from the
Yeah.
allegory into the law. There are no mistakes because we're all trying. Don't try to be right. Just speak
Uh-uh.
and get used to
Yeah,
speaking
just
and
speak.
challenging yourself,
You have
right?
to express it. Yeah, you have to express. It's a trust. It's an irrevocable living trust. You have to express it.
Damn, bro. You have to express it. How else you just gonna receive reparation if you can't speak? But thank you for the call. Let me
You
play
not
these
gonna
movies,
show
and
me.
then you call back. And you call back after the
All right,
movie.
cool.
Thank you
All right,
so
cool.
much, champion.
So.
My man. I want to leave that there because I am chastising. I have to. I am chastising. I have to. Because Rio ain't no different than nobody else. He understands though, it's your responsibility. He didn't understand it till he said, "What is that Title 42? Why is he saying it? Let me go check it out." Oh shit. Oh shit. Why is he saying this? Let me go check it out. Rio didn't message me that. He just called it in. And now look, that's right, G. That's right. He not saying, and then I went over there and then that was a difference between Taj, example. Good dude. Taj, my guy. And that. Now he didn't even bring up the title. He just expressed himself and is understood. He understands the title, and what I'm getting you to do is very important. It's rattling the bones. You got to wake up. KevRow University, you on the air? What up,
It's Captain.
Captain? Are you on
Calling
speakerphone
in.
or what are you on in the bathroom? What are you doing?
Yeah, I'm in the bathroom right now.
Go
My
ahead.
house is a little loud.
Go ahead, Captain.
Sorry about that.
Go ahead. What's on your mind, Captain?
No, just having a hard time showing myself proved and learning to speak. But I have been doing homework and researching different subjects, not on the topic. So I haven't been contributing as much lately to the topic.
That's okay. And you called in. What you got? What you got, Captain? What's on your mind?
I've just seen things, and it's not related to the topic at all. But
So it's not okay. Call me back if it's not relating to the topic because
okay.
I don't want my class to. But I thank you so much for the call, champ.
All right, thank you, sir.
My man had to go to the bathroom. Say it's popping. It's a party early in the morning. But look, it's important y'all understand. We are picking out this. We are finding out this genocide. We don't know what happened. All we got is these clues, and we following the yellow brick road. All right. So why do I got the title? What is the damn title? Shit. The Underground Railroad, the Raising of Chicago and Necropolis is America, the Black Holocaust. Well, if you look up, anybody want to call it in and tell me what necropolis is and what's the definition? Phone number is 424. You know the damn story. 209-9506. Any student out there, what is the definition of necropolis so we can get into necromancy and why the underworld and hellish religious aspects are prevalent today. Come on. What is the definition of necropolis? Necropolis. Come on, Negroes. Bars. Come on, Negroes. The breastplate. Come on, necropolis. Come on, family. We in the building. We should be here. Necropolis. What is it? No, I said call it in. That's not it. I said call it in. You about to get blocked, whoever that is. Y'all about to get blocked. Call it, this is the interaction show. That's what it is. What is necropolis? Thank you so much. Thank
B from
you.
Texas.
Shit, B from Texas, man. What's up, champion?
Yes, sir. Good morning, sir.
Good morning to you, loved one. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. I want to get a definition for necropolis.
Go ahead.
Okay, necropolis. A cemetery, especially a large one belonging to ancient city. Similar graveyard, cemetery. Yes, sir.
So it is
So-
so go ahead.
So I take from that, like we talking about the raising of Chicago. You got the picture of catacombs. They have a large necropolis under Chicago. A big graveyard is what it is.
How you know it's under Chicago?
A bit. Well, they raised up Chicago in my research anywhere from 6 feet to 14 feet, and what they. Yes, sir. And they saying the reason why they raised it was to get the water to flow. You don't put the water. I'm thinking, just logical. If we ground level and the water is ground level, if I raise it up, that means I'm gonna have to pump the water up to the city. So that still don't make sense to me. So the reason why they did it was to hide the bones, the catacombs. And I found one more thing. It's St. Pascal Church. It's a Catholic church. They found in 1914, they found a bunch of bones, a whole catacombs under the church in Chicago.
No shit.
So, yes, sir. St. Pascal Church. So yeah, they did that.
I'm plugging in my.
I got a
hold
picture.
Hold up. 1 second, bro. Go ahead. You got it.
Okay.
I had to plug in my other internet because it kept cutting out on me. I don't know why. So I had to go a little.
All right.
harder. But
Need me to repeat?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. Yeah, like I was saying, they raised up Chicago 6 to 14 feet. And the reason why they saying it, they was talking about they had to redo their sewer and make sure that the water flowed properly. But like I was saying before, if we ground level with the water, it'll flow good. But if I raise up 14 feet, I'm gonna have to pump that water up. So that explanation don't explain why y'all raised the city. But if y'all got a necropolis or underground catacombs under there, and y'all putting bones under there, that explains clearly why y'all did it. And then they got found out in 1914 that under St. Pascal's Catholic Church that they had a catacombs under there. And they try to, basically like we was talking about how they use like haunted and all this stuff to scare people away. They were trying to use that, but we don't got no fear for that. We got fear for the Lord. So we already understand that y'all got bones under there. And that goes back to caustic, So that's what I found out was going on in Chicago. Yes, sir. I got a picture of their underground system, their whole system over the whole city.
Okay.
I'm gonna send it.
Okay, send me that. Send me that,
Mhm.
and then call me back after this
Okay.
movie I'm about to play and tell me what you think.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. My man. You see how he went from the definition into the title? That mean he did his research. I just posted the title today, this morning. The raising of the he said, wait a minute. B said, wait the fuck a minute. He didn't text me. He didn't call me. He ain't trying to get the right answer. He saw that title and said, wait one goddamn minute. Hold the fuck up. No, Kev did not link the necropolis to Chicago. And he said they are, look at this person in my chat room with a whole paragraph. Get him out of here. We don't write paragraphs. I'm going to put him in timeout. We don't write paragraphs on Kev's channel. Press 1. Oh, no. We call it in, Dirk Dillery. No, we don't do that here. No, we learn how to speak, Dirk. We not copy and pasting. We don't do that here. Facts. I don't need your research. Chicago is the real Cairo. Shut the fuck up. I'm not talking about that. You Ezra Scope, you fake Egyptian emoji face, that's not real. You trying to make this Africa. This is God's kingdom of the Lord. One thing you motherfucking African fucking Egyptian believers don't know nothing about is the law and God. Only thing y'all know is mysticism and hermeticism. Get that shit up out of here. Y'all the reason why our country is dead and our people are dead because of people just like you. That's why. Now get the fuck on somewhere. Go play with some little ass Pan-Americans so goddamn weird. Go play with some Pan-Americans somewhere. I ain't got time to play with no little ass children today. Let me see. I get too much support and my life is real. This is real. This is real. Shout out to, who is this in my Cash App? Who is this? Shout out to Amanda. She put a $20 contribution for those who do not contribute. She said this is for the EBT program. Shout out to Amanda. Deborah Nichols, she said for the class seat, and she paid it forward for people who don't support. Arca NM says for Psalm 63, trying to get me to read Psalm 63. Guess what? You're going to call it in and read it. Press 1. And shout out to Lita McCoy. I missed you yesterday. Shout out to y'all for making this program happen and contributing via Cash App to this program. And we ain't even got to the movie yet. We ain't even got there yet. But I tell the person who got off my Patreon, press 1. I tell that person who thought getting off my Patreon and you was a $10 member anyway, and just because I said I know my worth, you gonna leave like I'm gonna miss the $10? No, I'm not. You know why I'm not gonna miss your little silly $10 with your ungrateful self? Because Arkham, Amanda, Deborah, and Lizzie McCoy, Lita McCoy, covered the cost, the tenfold. I told you, I don't lose when you leave me. I did my job. You the one ain't paying attention. I don't stress because you left at all. I ain't lost once. I win. Enjoy. Enjoy, ma'am. You don't deserve me. Now, hold on. Let me take that back. Hold up. Where's the camera? You don't deserve to support a person like Kevin. When God say that you support my prophets and stuff like that, he gonna say, I sent Kevin to you and you tried to dangle $1 over his head. And it's $10 a month. So technically, can somebody do the math? How many dimes does it take up for $10 a month? That's what they think I'm worth. They think that's going to affect me when they take a $10 back a month. What is that, 20, 30 cents? What is that a day? That leads up to $10. 50 cents? Bro, I'm not your child. Please get on somewhere. Shout out to you. You ain't finna do me like that. So let me, I'm not a victim to monetary gain or a person dangling a few dollars over my head to not teach and stuff. Please get on somewhere. I wasn't put here for that. And it's obviously, y'all be thinking money run shit. Y'all be thinking money run me. It don't. It run your favorite YouTubers. That's why they out here like prostitutes trying to cover the cost, because YouTube is always changing. They ain't getting money like they used to. That hip-hop shit ain't running like they used to. So they all bogging around for views and people to comment in a section that look like they're busy. I'm not. I don't care. I know I was put into a community. I know God sent me to a community that was gonna try to dangle 50 Cent over a nigga head, thinking I was a burnt out ass nigga like they people in they family. Like I'm one of they kids that they raised. Like I give a fuck. Press one, I don't. I'm just gonna state my case. I'm gonna wake the people up that deserve to be woken up. And you can play here if you want to. You can think you leading with $10 if you want to. I say thanks for the support. Don't think I don't know my worth. Don't think that for a minute. I don't know my worth. I'm worth more than damn $10. Let me keep it. Let me keep it Leo. Press one. I was gonna say. I mean, let me keep it professional. I was gonna say some Leo shit. I'm worth more than. So let's take a look at this. Back to my class. The Chicago history is a lie. This is what had us thinking yesterday. Pay attention, class. It's only a minute and 12 seconds. It's off of TikTok.
Very deep under the streets of Chicago, there lies many tunnels and train tracks,
Now look at them.
relics that exist from the old world. We're told that in the 1800s, the traffic got so bad on the streets and that there were so many horses
Now look
and
at them.
relics that the only option was to build an underground railroad that would be able to take freight to all the different businesses.
Now you heard that? Now, they built a false railroad system that to you look big. This is very small. These little fucking rats built tunnels. No, you know why I call them rats? Because they made tunnels in my nation. And these people ain't number 3 feet tall. These are grown ass men. You think these is big trains? No, them is little cameras. These is little trains. And guess what else? They didn't tell our government that they was even doing this. So you got foreigners building whole train. That's why they call rats. Because they built the whole train network underground, right underneath the king's feet. And that looked like barrels of dynamite, if you ask me. But we're going to get back to it.
And so they did. And the construction of this railroad was not even told to the government.
Huh?
It was
It's illegal. It was illegal.
until they got
This is
caught.
the Pinkertons.
But of course,
This is your Pinkertons. This is your secret
they
society.
continued on with this project, and they had to pay some type of hefty fees, or so the story said. But we also have the peculiar story of the great raising of Chicago in the 1860s. And we're told that they raised entire city blocks even while the businesses were still open.
Even
Pretty
while
incredible. But think about this for a second. What if all of this was already here? What if these tunnels were already here? It all begins to make a little bit more sense then.
Huh?
Very deep under the streets of Chicago, there lies many tunnels and train tracks, relics that exist from the old world. We're told that in the 1800s, the traffic got so bad on the streets and that there were so many horses and people that the only option was to build an underground railroad that would be able to take freight to all the different businesses. And so they did. And the construction of this railroad was not even told.
Now wait a minute. What's this? Press 1. What the fuck is this? Hit the like button and subscribe. What's this? You don't know. See, y'all playing. I'm not playing. My team don't play. What's this? What the fuck did he do? All this under the nose of the government. They lifted the whole city enough for train cars to move. And what's under the train car? What's under that? What's under that, family? That looks like a hole, don't it? Trains, holes, underground railroad, bunch of black people led to freedom or death. Let's keep it going. What's that? Is that where you burn them? What the fuck is that? Let's go.
Been told to the government. It was a secret until they got caught. But of course they continued on with this project and they had to pay some type of hefty fees, or so the story says.
What year is this?
But we also have the peculiar story of the Great Raising of Chicago in the 1860s. And we're told that they raised entire city blocks even while the businesses were still open. Pretty incredible. But think about this for a second. What if all of this was already here? What if these tunnels were already here? It all begins to make a little bit more sense then. Everything was found.
See that? What do you think about that? I'm going to let my class work slow. Classroom 424-209-9506. Then we're going to go into it. Then we're going to get to it. Press 1. 424-209-9506. Let's get to it. Underground. I'm trying to see if it clicked to anybody. Liberty trains, underground, necropolis, furnaces. 424-209-9506. I want to call on some students, but I don't think they're going to think I'm picking on them, like what Mike said. Oh, I feel like I'm being interrogated. Oh, my stomach. Press 1. Oh, kid. Oh, you helped me so much, but I feel like I'm interrogating you, interrogating me in court, sir. I want you to win. Coffee. KevRow University, you on the air. B from Texas, one of my favorite students. You're first up. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. Kev, that explains a lot with that video. One thing I was looking for, what law or when did they pass the law to raise the city? And I couldn't find it. So these people are fraudulent. Like, that's crazy. They told a method of how they did it with with these screws. But I'm like, what law, when was it passed that, okay, like a city ordinance or whatever, that we gonna raise the city? Never did, bro. So that makes sense.
Let me ask you a question.
Sense.
Let me ask you a question.
Yes, sir.
What you know about maritime railroad companies?
I don't. Maritime railroad company.
Okay, I just wanted you to know that. All right, go ahead. But anyway,
okay,
finish up
all right.
We got that.
You got me with that one.
Go ahead.
You got me. But yeah, like I was saying before, it was talking about how they did it, and like the video said that they were doing it at the same time while the businesses were still going on, and I'm like, that's not safe. What city would do that, you know? But all right, I'm like, wow, bro, like they did everything illegal, so that all these illegal moves, they are that's a fraudulent act. Just like we learned that'll be considered a fraudulent act. But yeah, even when I looked it up and they gave their reasoning, it never stated a law. Let's see. I got an excerpt about raising businesses and business blocks from Chicago. It says raising business blocks to grade and all other operations pertaining to removal and raising of buildings of wood, brick, or stone of any size to any desired height or to any distance along residents in the city, enable him to refer with confidence to many of our best citizens for all endorsements as to character and reliability. All right, but see, it's just like an advertisement. But when I also looked up about raising the city of Chicago, it says during the 1850s and 60s, engineers carried out a piecemeal raising of of the level of central Chicago, meaning they did it little by little, piecemeal, to lift it out of low-lying swampy grounds, which I find to be a lie.
That's
It says
right.
buildings, yes, sir, buildings, sidewalks were physically raised on jack screws. So it says the work was founded by private property owners and public funds.
Yes.
So they stealing public funds, doing this like on
To do
a
private
private contract.
to do this.
Yes, sir. I'm like, that don't sound right. Okay. I looked up. I tried to look up the law. They trying to talk about sunken homes. All right, but here we go. It says after many died from cholera and typhoid outbreak, the city made a bold decision in 1855, which is another lie. They bringing up too many different reasons to try to justify. It says raising the roads 4 to 14 feet to make room for sewers. Some pipes and drains were laid across the city along with waterways to flow away instead of flooding the streets. And I'm like, nah, bro. That like y'all went from the pipes. Now you're talking about cholera outbreaks. It's just more stuff for them to like try to justify why they did it.
That's right.
I believe I found
you
a
see them
company.
covering it up right after that. It's the catastrophe, then the cover up by way of propaganda. Go ahead.
Okay, yes, sir. I can definitely see it. Now, I believe I found a company who was doing it. They, of course, incorporated the name of Chicago. It's called the Chicago Tunnel Company. Was the builder and operator of a 2 feet narrow gauge railway freight tunnel network under downtown Chicago, Illinois.
So you needed small people to do this.
Yes, it's only 2 feet. Right? Yes, sir.
You needed very small people to do this, correct?
Correct, yes, sir. All right, it says this was regulated by Interstate Commerce Commission as an interurban, even though it operated entirely under Central Chicago.
Illegally.
It says, yes, sir. Now, they saying it did not carry passengers, which I do not believe.
It carried cargo.
Or, yeah, they call it a cargo.
That's
yes, sir.
Right.
Okay. And was entirely under Chicago. Then it said it inspired the construction of the London Post Office Railway. But like I said, all of this stuff, I can see the lies and the deception and what they saying. Because if the city is so packed like they saying, then why would you build a 2 foot narrow gauge railway?
Facts.
It don't make sense.
Because
they saying horses.
It's an illegal railway operated by rats. People, moles,
yes, sir.
Rats, sewer tunnel diggers, people who are operating Mickey Mouse land right up under your nose.
And it make me think about cartoons. Like you always got that mole popping up. Like, oh snap, he's stealing all the carrots. You feel me? So
swiping them up.
I'm like, man, swiping them. Nobody like, what the hell going on?
Facts.
Yup, that's exactly what I see.
So they got an
bro.
underground Universal, a motherfucking Magic Mountain in Disneyland up under transporting all type of goods for years underground all across America.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Straight robbing.
Straight
robbing.
No. They got
stealing.
guns. They're establishing a whole war right up under your nose. Asians and Turks and Muslims and Asians, all of them together, right up under your nose. Why the Victorians is living right up above them. What you think they bringing? What you think they bringing out?
They bringing weapons, people too. Like
war, that's right.
I looked up
straight from the ports.
Like the night
from the ports.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Like we talking about St. Louis.
Yes,
St. Louis down the road. They ain't
everywhere
far from
the World Fair
Chicago.
went, here they come.
here they
And you know
come
they can
and
build up a
kill.
city real quick and lift it off the ground too and put it down. That mean them cities wasn't even real. That mean it was all a fantasy.
Yep. It was what they call that when they
Pop up
doing
city.
acting and that. It's
Pop
a
up
set.
city.
It's a
It's
set.
a set. It's a
Yes.
set
Yes,
up.
sir. A set up.
Now
Wow.
hiring niggas.
And you come into the fake town and get
That's
killed.
right.
Trying to get some work
That's
because they
right.
done lured you in with that
Vagrancy.
act, the vagrancy
That's
act.
right.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And then they lifted
Now,
our people
I
off the
look-
ground. Now they in the air and they own us. We on the ground buried and they own us. They living in the air 14, 15 feet off the ground.
Wow, they Satan's kids. They said they was gonna live in the air.
Say what? They who? They
And
Satan's kids.
They Satan's kids.
That's right.
They acting just like
They wanna
that's
live
the
in
same
the stars.
characteristics.
That's right.
Yeah.
They want to live above the
Now-
law. They want to live above the law of the land.
Oh,
In
'cause
America.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yes, sir.
Now, one thing I noticed with the St. Louis World Fair, all right, the St. Louis World Fair, I sent you a picture. They had a whole army. It was an army parade. Like, where did this whole army come from? A foreign people.
Oh,
A whole army,
Yes,
man.
yes.
They
Let me bring
doing
that
a
up.
straight
Let me
march.
bring that up so people can see we not here to play. I know y'all be thinking Kev be playing. No, I make this shit look good. My students study. Big time. Press once.
For real.
I'm gonna bring this up right now. This is important. St. Louis World Fair 1904. Ooh, they in this bitch. Ooh, they in this bitch. A whole
And that's-
army.
A whole army.
That's right.
Like, where in the world
It's
did
Carmen
this
San
army
Diego.
come from? This exactly, bro. I'm like, this not the U.S. Army.
That's them
This
right there.
is
There they
the
are.
World Army,
They're the world's army. One world
the
government.
World Fair
50
Army.
nations
Yes,
acting as
sir.
one to steal and rob the original shit. And then they labeled y'all Indians and put y'all in big mounds and called you Indian mounds people. Them is all dead black people up under there. Go.
Instead of Indian mounds, we gotta call it what it is. By definition, it's a necropolis,
It's necropolis.
a big graveyard.
A big
necropolis.
graveyard built. And didn't Donald Trump expose if you build on top of, if you bury your stuff on top of, if your livestock die or you bury your people on your land, you get a big tax write-off? Well, that's genocide.
Ooh,
That's genocide.
Straight
That's
up.
that's corporation genocide, bro. They're acting fraudulently
Straight up.
and using the people of the land as collateral, bro. This is all being proven. Go ahead, champ.
Now, one more thing that I sent you right behind that picture. It was like an exhibit there at that World Fair.
Go ahead.
If you look at those flags, it's in black and white also. If you look at those flags, we got that Star of Moloch and the star of the crescent moon and star. They all chilling together right there at the World Fair. I'm like, wow, bro. Ain't no fight. They just using this to steal more money,
They
and
brought
then
their
they
whole armies
implement
over
their
here.
plan.
And they never went home. They came
Everybody.
right out the subway
Never.
like rats. They was always down
Yeah,
there.
man.
They was underground the whole time. That's why they say did Hitler go underground? Did the Nazis go? Yes, they did. It's all fucking tricks of the mind. Yes, they did go underground. They had a whole Nazi
Yep.
regime here underground.
Yes, sir. And it's very possible we see it in modern times with El Chapo, but it's on a major level. You know, they bringing people. Now, and I often wonder,
And them
like, when
tunnels
they was
been
bringing
here.
the Crump
El Chapo is using them same tunnels. Go ahead.
gun. Hey, that's what I was about to say. That's probably the same
Them
ones,
hard,
man.
they were only 2-3
They-
feet tall. They built them, bro.
Oh man, the little people.
Oh, I'm finna do a
Straight
video
up.
right now. Call me back after I play this video.
Yes, sir. I got you.
My man, see? That's it. You can stay with Kev and stay put up then. Cause I'm moving. I'm not slowing down. I'm not stopping. I got a lot of work to do. A lot of information to put out. A lot of editing to do. and I really don't have any more time to sit back. So that's why I'm saying, if you're a student of mine, make sure you keep up because I'm moving fast. Press 1, let's get to it. Let's get to it.
Tell me this kid is not 56 on the dot for these kids, man. Look at
Them is little kids. Remember that little ball that the horse was stepping on? The black pearl? The little ball that me and Deb was talking about? This is the belief system. Coffee and Kush TV, KevRow University on the air. What up?
All right, Kel, check it out. Now listen, they got a historical Coastal Georgia Historical Society, right? But they got a museum, a World War II home front museum that was it got a date on it from 1965, right? So I go into the Constitution and I look at the Constitution, Amendment 23, 24, and 25, passed by Congress July the 6th, 1925, ratified February 10th, 1967. The first thing it say is, no, Article 2, Section 1 of the Constitution was affected by the 25th Amendment. All right, so I go to Article 2, Section 1.
Go ahead.
And it says, Article 2 says, each state retains its sovereignty, freedom, and independence in every power, jurisdiction, and right which is not by this confederation expressly delegated to the United States and Congress Assembly. So I'm looking at that, I'm like, wow. So in case, it says Section 1, in case of the removal of the president from the office or of his death or resignation, the vice president shall become president. So I'm looking at that, I'm like, damn, he's right up on our nose, like, you know, they still in our sovereignty right up on our nose.
Yes.
It also said that it can't be a bridge. So in my mind, just in my imagination, if they can't do it in a bridge like a bridge, they're gonna go underground and do it.
Yes. And build stairs
Wow.
upward.
Wow, Kel.
Yeah.
You
see the Golden Gate Bridge?
Yeah.
Yeah, straight out the asylum, nigga. Go ahead.
World War II home front museum. It's ran by Nazis.
Damn.
We got a waterfront up under. They say they used to have the slaves. They claim that they used to sell the slaves and take them under Savannah under like a
underground.
Like an underground thing. But now that you're saying that, that's where they was bringing them in.
Yes.
It's crazy, Kel.
Bro. This is the grand awakening. There's only a few of us that can even think on this level. So God bless you. Anything else, champ?
Nah, that's still.
You see the little people I put on the screen.
Yeah. Look, he got the ball in his hand. He got the pearl in his hand, right?
Bam. The cannonball. That's a cannonball.
Yeah, and whole time, Kel, when I was telling you about Fort Frederick, we used to go on field trips. We do archaeology study.
Yes.
And we be like digging in certain areas and quarters or whatever, and they be finding old pipes, old musket balls and stuff like that. So that's recent.
Yes, sir. Very recent. God is good to us.
Wow.
Yes.
Kel.
This is much needed. Thank you, champ.
All right.
My man Rio in the building. Look at this, y'all. Look at that. All of them is small. All of them. This may be your mobsters right here. Press 1.
You know he laid
Look.
off people at the factory.
These are the people that was in the mines, bro. These are your Smurfs. These are your rats, bro.
Like, we gotta make budget cuts. I'm sorry. Can handle it. He's like, just cut him. No remorse. He has a mobster face.
Look.
Yeah. His name is Marbles. Jimmy Marbles. Yeah, he's the fun guy of the group, but he's crazy. Look at these kids, man.
I'm gonna keep it real. That's Rothschild in them. These are your demons from hell, nigga. These are underground, bro. Y'all don't understand. This is, bro, what they look like, bro. Y'all playing around in the world, not knowing none of this. Y'all thinking old boy that run around with Khabib, that little guy who going around the UFC and they marketing. They're marketing this, bro. You don't, as a black person in America that was raised dead, nigga, you don't know why that little person is around. You don't know why they blasting these people around like that. It's because they have a subliminal conversation. You don't remember this? Remember a show Little Man beating up Shaq? That's real, G. That's how you defeat the giants. You see? To them, we are huge, humongous, nigga. Humongous. These are incubator babies. These are incubator babies. Raised to do this. Raised without conscience or souls. They went on to have children. They went on to have children. And it is in those children that they will say, we have inherited lies. Our forefathers are incubator babies from underground. And this is true. Press one. This is true. Okay? They're not just blasting that in your face for no reason.
Come see my old ass face.
Press one. I talk the truth. I talk different, G.
Patron of the Tremont House Hotel in Chicago. You head out for the day to attend to your business.
Now listen. Take y'all notebooks out. Press one. I'm only around for as much as the people want me around. Shout out to y'all. Listen to this.
The year is 1861. You are a patron of the Tremont House Hotel in Chicago. You head out for the day to attend to your business and take in some sights of the city before returning in the evening to rest your...
You're a patron, not a matron, nigga. A patron.
Of the Tremont House Hotel in Chicago.
This hotel in Chicago.
You head out for the day to attend to your business and take in some sights of the city before returning in the evening to rest your weary head for the night. The following morning, as you exit the hotel after checking out, you are astonished to note that the building's windows seem to be, well, higher than they were when you checked in.
Why would you notice the windows? Yeah, fuck the windows. I'm noticing I'm not in the same place no more. What the fuck is this?
Not only that, the steps that lead from the street up to the hotel's entrance seem to be steeper. Did you have too many glasses of wine with dinner last night? Or are you simply imagining things? This actually did happen to one puzzled patron of the Tremont House Hotel all those years ago, and here is why. Welcome to Intrigued Mind, where today we take a look at the raising of Chicago, why it needed to be done, and how it was carried out. Chicago was rapidly settled in the 1830s when entrepreneurs saw that the site had potential to become a booming transportation hub, linking the Great Lakes to the Mississippi River and the Gulf of Mexico. Despite this economic driver for the fledgling city, from a public health perspective, the placement of Chicago was disastrous. It was built on a swamp, no higher than 4 feet above Lake Michigan. Travelers who visited Chicago described it as being the filthiest city in America, and locals put up numerous comedic warning signs stating fastest route to China and no bottom here to warn people of the depth of the mud. Horses struggled to wade through this mud, and it was not an uncommon sight to see wagons that had become stuck left abandoned. One popular contemporary joke was that a passerby offered assistance to a man who was up to his shoulders in mud, to which he replied, "No thank you, I have a fine horse beneath me." All jokes aside, the city had no natural drainage, making it a breeding ground for deadly pathogens. In 1854, there was a cholera outbreak in Chicago that killed 6% of the city's population. For the 6 years preceding this public health crisis, the city's inhabitants suffered from outbreaks of dysentery and typhoid fever.
Look, they poisoned them, bro. This is easy. Now they trying to tell you they was bringing ships up and down the way. Thus, all underground. I'm looking at this now. They built a whole fucking maritime port right under our noses, family. Water, 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 taking us off the land and placing us on the sea. You get it? Infringing on our right. They flooded and bombed the people, G. They flooded the black people, bro. And buried them underground, bro. And the ground was so fucking mushy after that, bro. Because, I mean, it just fucking wet everything. Let's go.
could see that something needed to be done, and a bold plan was made to literally raise the city from the muddy depths 6 feet off the ground. After a failed Band-Aid attempt at defeating the muddy swamp waters by installing wooden plank walkways over the streets and an acknowledgement that it was not possible to install an underground sewage system, a bold scheme was developed to lift Chicago.
That ain't what they said. Hold on.
A bold plan was made to literally raise the city from the muddy depths 6 feet off the ground.
Now look at that.
After a failed
And place a city, an identical city, right on top of them. You don't get it?
failed Band-Aid attempt at defeating the muddy swamp waters by installing wooden plank walkways over the streets and an acknowledgement that it was not possible to install an underground sewage system, a bold scheme was developed to lift Chicago out of the mud. The solution to the city's drainage problem was to lift the entire city piece by piece and
Now look at this. They want you to believe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 100 people lifted that motherfucking building up. Do you understand what this means?
an average of 6 feet
What, 6 feet? Ain't you buried 6 feet deep?
off the ground, using little more than jack screws, which are heavy-duty vertical metal screws, and in fewer cases, hydraulic lifts. This plan, as harebrained as it sounds to modern-day audiences, tells us something of the innovative and resilient nature of the people of Chicago at that time. Surprisingly, the scheme actually worked.
Look, didn't old boy say, wait a minute, this ain't where I was. How you know you didn't go to sleep and they moved your whole fucking place up out of the fucking way, bro? How you know you didn't go to sleep and all the black people ended up somewhere else and woke up in a total different place? I need somebody to do me a favor. Go to Chicago's moving apartments and send me a picture. The whole city, they were able to move around and switch it about. We gonna get to it. We are going to get to this.
Not only were residential houses lifted in this manner, but large buildings such as the Tremont House Hotel, and eventually entire downtown blocks. To put this mind-boggling concept into perspective, take the example of the city block that lay between LaSalle, Clark, and Lake Streets. This 1-acre block, weighing in at an estimated 35,000 tons,
Look at this.
was raised in its entirety in 4 days.
What the
So,
fuck?
who was the brain
What
power?
the fuck? On some Jesus shit. What?
Estimated 35,000 tons was raised in its entirety in 4 days.
And everybody's clanking around the city one click at a time. Move! Clink. It moved up one. Get the fuck out of here.
So, who was the brainpower behind this epic feat of engineering? Meet Mr. Ellis S. Chesbrough, the mastermind of the raising of Chicago. After the cholera epidemic of 1854, the city's citizens demanded that the city council do something about the disease-spreading filth that plagued their streets. A sewage commission was established in 1855, with Chesbrough appointed head engineer. He came with good credentials, having previously worked on water projects for the city of Boston. Chesbrough had to devise a way for Chicago's sewage to be taken out, without polluting the city's drinking water, which was drawn from Lake Michigan. To that end, workers laid drains, then covered and refinished roads and sidewalks with several feet of soil. Today, visitors to the Windy City may walk past various garden apartments that are sunken lower than the sidewalk itself, accessed via the
ain't got no idea why.
ascending stairs. Some of these apartments used to be first-floor dwellings
Remember
prior
that
to
movie, The People Under the Stairs? You don't even get it.
the raising of Chicago. Because the sewage system had to be built at street level, and therefore the streets had to be raised above the sewers, existing building entrances would now be below grade. In order to accommodate the change in street grade, the city would be lifted up as much as anywhere between 4 and 14 feet. Chesbrough's first draft of this innovative plan was completed in 1856. The first masonry building.
Now wait a minute. Look at the top of that building. What in God's name is that? I wouldn't know what to call this place. What the hell is this?
And 14 feet.
When you talk about blast furnace and chimneys, nigga.
First draft of this innovative plan was completed in 1856. The first masonry building to be raised in this manner was located at the corner of Dearborn and Randolph Street. Constructed from brick, this building was 750 tons, 4 stories high, and 70 feet in length.
4 stories on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 stories. But
The building was raised up by 6 feet, with apparently no damage done to the structure.
impossible. Impossible. You buried on top of them in 6 feet. What the fuck is y'all talking about? And move this stuff in its place. Where do you move a whole building at that time by people and the people are still in there? Get the fuck out of here.
By 1860, engineers were feeling suitably
Without them knowing? Get the fuck out of here.
emboldened by their earlier successes in raising buildings piecemeal. So, they set out to raise an entire city block. The block on Lake Street consisted of stone and brick commercial buildings which housed offices, shops, and printers, some as tall as 5 stories high. In total, this city block covered 1 acre of land. It took 5 days, 6 engineers, 600 workmen, and 6,000 jack screws to raise the Lake Street block high enough for people to walk at the old ground level. Each of these workmen had to turn their jack screws simultaneously in order for the plan to work. Astonishingly, over the course of these 5 days, it was business as usual for the people who worked and traded in these buildings.
Are you kidding me? The story used to cover up genocide of our people is insane for you to even believe it.
A steel magnate
In
called
America, you got to be insane to believe this. Something's wrong with you. You got to be insane to believe in the American dream. I mean, literally crazy for you to repeat this to a person like me. Okay.
Joseph Ryerson wrote about this event in his memoirs, describing it as a feat of mechanical operation the country had never heard of before. Many more buildings were raised in this manner, with its occupants and furnishings still within, with no damage to the buildings whatsoever. George Pullman, the engineer who won the contract to raise the Tremont House Hotel, got the job by promising that not a single pane of glass would be broken during the process. Advertisements in local newspapers offering contracts for building raising jobs abounded. One such advertisement, dated 29th of January, 1857, was placed by Mr. James Hollingworth. It read, "The subscriber would like to announce that he is ready to make contracts for raising business blocks to grade, and all other operations pertaining to the removal and raising of buildings of wood, brick, or stone of any size to any desired height or to any distance." Remarkably, the same procedure was applied to a building with iron foundations.
That's crazy. In 1865, the same technique was used to do iron places.
1865. Not only was the building itself very heavy, but its floors were laden with 27 tons worth of heavy goods.
Oh, the floors itself was weighed down with 27 what? Tons. 27 million tons?
7 tons worth of heavy goods. Not only was the building itself very heavy, but its floors were laden with 27 tons worth of heavy goods.
27 tons of heavy goods in iron buildings. Sounds like a vault to me.
However, the engineers who were assigned to the job, our Mr. Hollingsworth and his associate, Mr. Coughlin,
Y'all
raised the
got it
building
right.
without leaving so much as a single crack in it. And they also managed to raise the stone sidewalk outside it. One example of how hydraulic lifts were used during this incredible phase in Chicago's history was Franklin House. The engineer, John C. Lane, raised this building that was situated on Franklin Street using technology that had been used in San Francisco as early as 1853.
Wait a minute. Not San Francisco. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my, not San Francisco. See, Mitchell, you're doing too much talking and not enough supporting when you call it in, Mitchell. You're going on timeout, sir. You ain't been calling it in, sir. You're just doing a lot of typing. So you're a professional clerical worker. I don't want that in my class. The women are working, sir. You don't get a chance to type that. You gotta put it to use. I don't give a fuck about them words. Let me hear it, sir. Let me know you're paying attention, Mr. Mitchell. Okay? Your nice little suit and tie emoji ain't gonna cut it here. Not anymore, sir. Not with all this work these women is putting down and you can't say nothing but got clerical work. I don't want to hear that shit. You don't support enough in my classroom to have your feet up on these desks. Your little monetary support ain't even there, buddy. Press 1. It's not there, champion. No, sir. You ain't got nothing to do with the hydraulic system in Frisco. You just running your mouth, saying things in my chat while the movie playing. Press 1. You ain't doing no research. No, bro. No, you ain't doing. You trying to fool me. Press 1. It'll say hydraulic power in San Francisco, Mitchell. So what does that do to you? Nothing. It don't bring nothing. But you know what it do for me, sir? While you doing all it take me back to San Francisco in the fall of San Francisco. You see that, Mitchell? Don't you fucking type in my shit, Mitchell, until you got your brain ready and your notes ready to go. You don't have no info to lead these women, bro, who raises kids. Y'all just are professional. What I learned about the black man in America, you niggas do more typing, nigga, than the females who came over with the French in the early 1900s. You hear B, you hear Rio, you hear these sisters, you hear Deb, you grow you some balls. On to the script. Get you some balls rolling with yourself, sir. Press what?
Buildings were destroyed.
Uh-oh. Hey, let's go back to the earthquake. Now, classroom. We just got finished talking about the hydraulic power system, okay? Okay, sit in the back, Mitchell. You go to the row 54. You're not there yet. You can't lead these women. They leading you. That's the problem. See, I'm leading women. See, that's different, Mitchell. You want to hang at the row. You see, Wakanda, I lead Wakanda, nigga. Nigga, never in my life I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 black women in support of me personally. You not about to fuck this up, nigga. Y'all not, you niggas trying to hang around Kev ain't finna fuck this up, nigga. With these women over here up here to knowledge and wisdom, the glory of God, bro. And we've been at the bottom for years. We all from the mud, trust me. And what we know about niggas is niggas will piggyback and type they motherfucking ass off just to fool around for $10 a month. That ain't rolling no more. Okay? So the Lane's hydraulic power system, Mitchell, this is given by women. Now, you see the way I made that shit look like I did it? No. This is Wakanda. Now listen up, chumps.
At 5 a.m. Pacific time, a 7.9 magnitude earthquake hit San Francisco.
A 7.9.
In the resulting fire, 3,000 people died and 80%.
Look at them buildings in Frisco. Dude, don't that remind you of Europe? Huh? Those are our churches. Don't tell me about Tataria. Don't tell me about Tataria. Don't tell me about Europe. Don't tell me about Frisco. See, if you knew this was here, you would know where you were. They weren't here. You had this. You are Tataria, nigga. That is you. Y'all, my people. We are the same people. Facts.
And 80% of buildings were destroyed.
80% of the buildings was destroyed, nigga.
It was considered the deadliest earthquake in the United States history.
In the United States.
But how did it happen?
Come on.
Well, if you look through the history of this earthquake, they claim that hydraulic mining.
Wait a minute. I thought Rome was over there.
Of the gold rush.
I thought Rome was over there.
This earthquake in the United States history. But how did it happen? Well, if you look through the history.
I thought the Colossus was over there. They're some liars.
Of this earthquake, they claim that hydraulic mining in the later years of the gold rush caused this to happen.
Huh? Not hydraulic mining. Not hydraulic mining. Oh. You think you finna type in my shit, Mitchell? See, you thought, nigga.
When people died and 80% of buildings were destroyed.
Now, I'm trying to save my people.
It was considered the deadliest earthquake in the United States history. But how did it happen? Well, if you look through the history of this earthquake, they claim that hydraulic mining in the later years of the gold rush caused this to happen. Very reminiscent of hydraulic fracking.
Look at that.
So we're told that.
Look at this, bro.
It's just a case of messing around with Mother Nature until you find out what happens.
Look.
But is there a possibility that this was done on purpose?
Yes. Them not real white people that live there. Bro, these photo ops was insane after you fell. This was all to hide what happened.
This earthquake created purposefully to destroy the city of San Francisco.
Talk to me.
In many places around the world, you have the same story.
What
These
they say?
highly ornate cities just wiped off the map.
Look at that. Another gateway.
The history of this earthquake is quite peculiar.
Look at this, family.
And a lot of things about it just don't make any sense.
Looks like Berlin, don't it? Looks like the bombing of Nazi Germany. No, y'all just don't know. When the propaganda and how it was used to make you think the theater of war, they went off to war against some person. When the war was always against you, sir.
The memory of the old San Francisco lives on, if only in pictures.
So the people that this is before the destruction. So they had wagons on people on places like this. White man come over here and black man come over here in wagons from France. You feel me? They say built by the Tartarians. Now you know. Ain't no such thing as no damn Tartarian. There's you. They always trying to erase you and give you some old myth. Ain't no Tartaria. It's the genocide of who you call the African Americans and their people, the Victorians, the free people of Virginia. You so caught up in the propaganda of fake stories and illustrations, you really think Virginians wore pilgrim outfits. No, the pilgrims is right there moving on in. You don't see them? Right there. Oh my goodness. Oh, they got pictures. Oh, they got pictures of what you looked like before. But it ain't no damn Tartaria. It ain't no damn Tartaria. Family, I got a couple more to show you. And then I'm going to take some calls, and I'm gone. I'm going to take some calls and see who ready. I got the Maritime Underground Railroad on the way. Monday is going to be great. Monday is going to be great because, excuse me, I got the hiccups. Because I'm actually just here for my class. Make sure you're at the correct tier. Producing content 4 times a week. Make sure I have it in class 4 times a week. And I got Coffee and Kush on my other page. I'm getting started today. So I got a lot to do, a lot of editing, a lot of stories to create, and 10-minute videos and 5-minute videos out of the content I already have. So I'm very busy. And I urge everyone to support, get on the correct tier and support this class because we outro, set and sail already. Let's get to the truth. Oh, this is what I wanted to tell y'all. I wanted to show y'all. Y'all see my Discord is going off with nothing but notes. You see that? You see that? That's notes. That's the sound of people dropping notes in my Discord. No more am I bullshitting around with people talking about no damn notes and trying to keep me confused with notes they already turned in. That's why I'm not doing it. You see the significance between hydraulic systems and earthquakes and how detrimental that they are. They will wipe out a whole block and say, I don't know what happened. It was just fires everywhere when they were hydraulically lifting and destroying whole towns. Talk about earthquake. Shit, all you got to do is give it a good press of a button. That's just going to go womp, 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 and destroy the whole San Francisco. Press 1. So as I go on, this is what we were studying this week at the row. Make sure you there. I'm not coming back. So my people at the 510, you got this. People at the correct tier, the KevRow Radio, I got a lot coming for y'all. And yeah, this is kind of like today's Sunday. Today is my last day just pumping out free content. I don't get paid for this. I don't get paid for this. I get supported by the people who believe in what I'm doing. It's correct. You know what I'm saying? And that's who's driving this channel. The people who got these types of notes enable me to get up here and just be a presenter of great information and things that make us go, don't send me nothing. If you're not in my advanced class, you're not there. Just stay on the ship, stay in class. It takes a lot to be part of this class and the advanced class. You don't want to be there. Kev is tough. I'm tough on them. But they're women, so if they can take it, I figure you can too. What the fuck? I figure if the women can take it and then deliver in such a way where I'm able to perform, like Joe Rogan, he's not doing all that by himself. He's got all these white people and all these white boys helping him become a successful billionaire by doing what? By doing what? So if you want to help Kev in this knowledge grow, that's the path that I'm taking. Not to be a damn billionaire. Oh, but to produce more content and be protected in what we do here. Here's another rare footage of the
A lost piece of Bay Area history unearthed at a flea market and shown for the very first time tonight to the public.
The rare footage of San Francisco following the 1906 earthquake will end up in the Library of Congress.
Wow.
ABC 7 News reporter Katie Yuta shows it to you first.
I knew this was going to be special.
David Keene threads the projector.
This is the way they've done it since the 1890s, really.
And he restores the films. The Edison Theater in Niles
He's the man in the high castle. He restores the films.
is a historic gem in and of itself. Built in 1913, Charlie Chaplin used to watch movies here.
Charlie Chaplin used to watch movies here, bruh.
This premiere
Look at this, bro. Look at this.
of a film nearly lost to history.
This when the whole country came over here and helped rebuild, take all this rubble up.
This is, the missing Niles brothers film.
Hey, don't he look like one of the dudes that was on the train? Because he's a child of them. They came after the destruction. Press 1. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. I ain't gonna lie to you. Hit that Cash App as well. My cash tag is Gills Gang. Shout out to Arca, Amanda, Deborah. Shout out to y'all for making it, and Lita McCoy yesterday I didn't get to, for making today's show possible, G.
It's been missing for over 100 years. We know about its existence, but until now we've not known where it is.
The Miles brothers shot Trip Down Market Street
Now,
in
in
the
a place where y'all created cars and buildings and this, here they go.
days before the 1906 San Francisco earthquake and fire.
They shot almost 2 hours of film after the earthquake, and very little of it survives.
Look.
I think this is one of the longest
And,
survivors.
and look at his face. Oh my goodness. If this ain't Constantine, I don't know what is. Do you think he's an American? Fuck no. Oh no, this nigga's this Dutch film producer. Press 1. What's my Patreon address? Y'all's chosen? Put it in the chat room.
Pieces.
The lost footage was discovered last year.
As black people, we are putting this together, me and my team. We are putting this study together. If we did it, we have it. The Victorians, the destructions, the drugs, the amendments. We have. Oh my goodness. We got the destiny of the spear of destiny, sir.
In a flea market and in fragile condition.
And I just set up a
We
digital
have it.
camera that would take a single frame for each frame of the film. And so 8,655 frames of film later, I was able to put it on the computer.
Descendants of the Miles brothers are
Wow.
seeing its public debut.
It's just blowing my mind.
And look what we did. Look, it blows his mind. Oh, it make us cry. I say it make God's people cry. It's blowing his mind, though. But it destroyed our community. Our whole civilization was wiped out. Oh, no Indian story here, sir. These are the Victorians. These are Virginians, bro. These are your Constitution. These are the people. That the Constitution, we the people. And y'all killed them, bro. And y'all are foreigners, bro. You see the difference in us? We hurt because of that. We hurt because we was destroyed. And it's amazing. That's why God is going to destroy. That's why. That's why New York is sinking. Because you're going back to sea level. And you know you belong underwater. Press 1. The rat tunnels will be closed, champion.
This whole part of my family history that...
Listen to what he say. This whole part of my family history.
This whole part of my family history that I grew up not knowing about.
It's like a bookend to the trip down Market Street.
The footage will be converted back to film, so it'll last another 100 years.
It's just scary to think that there's something like that out there that we almost missed. Makes you wonder what else is out there.
Mr. Gillespie is here. Don't play with me. Support this broadcast makes you wonder. I can hear, you can't. I'm a problem, and you're not. I can speak for you. You can't speak for me. I can see your detrimented state. You can't see mine. I know what got us in this position. I know why we fucked up. I know who robbed us. I know when they got here. I know the who, what, where, when, and why, and how. I operate on a supreme level. They got y'all in allegories. They got you worshiping Allah, death square. They got you worshiping your own sacrifice. They got you worshiping your own death of the Christ. They got you worshiping the Kaaba. They got you worshiping Kaliman, the Eastern philosophies. Nigga, you can't be ain't no Allah in the Constitution or in the ecclesiastical law. No, no, ain't no Buddha there. There is nobody who can write law sitting up there with their chakras wide the fuck open and a pineal gland. That ain't don't exist. That's not real in real life. That's women fairy tales that niggas believe in today. That's not real. That's why God is on y'all niggas. Is gonna force you to speak. And then you're gonna expose yourself that you can't speak. You've been running around this earth talking about you God and you's a 7 and 6 percenter and you a Muslim and you an Israelite and in real life you an enemy of the state. You an enemy of the estate. Man, you an enemy of God's kingdom. You an enemy of the people. You are legion. You are for this. The genocide, the black holocaust. Now, we've been on the air an hour and 30 minutes. Press 1. I'm not getting too much support. So I try to do a drive-by. It's just Saturday, so I don't get too much support. But what I can say is support the row. How you niggas say how y'all gonna support these niggas? They don't even support the community.